Ultimate Fighter, faces off with the equally explosive Tyron Woodley.
Two of mixed martial arts top wrestlers, Josh Koscheck and Tyron Woodley, have mad accomplishments that go on for days. But it's in the octagon where the two welterweight contenders are meeting tonight, and you can expect to see plenty of bombs thrown before the night is over. A former world title challenger, Koscheck has fought and beaten the best over the last 8 years, and he's not about to stop now. A fairly new addition to the UFC roster, former Strikeforce star Woodley made an immediate impact with his 36-second knockout of Jay Haran, and he wants to add Koscheck's name to that victims list next.
The chosen one, Tyron Woodley, 11-2 in his mixed martial arts career. A Strikeforce veteran who fought 9 of his 13 professional fights in Strikeforce and was an impressive 8-1 during those days.
He's coming off a very disappointing loss to Jake Shields in a fight where a lot of people had him the favorite, but Jake Shields, very difficult to quantify his durability and heart and his grappling. So a disappointed Tyron Woodley goes back to the drawing board and comes back even more motivated and even more dangerous, in my opinion, looking to prove something against a veteran in Josh Koscheck. Tyron Woodley is about as big as you will ever see a man who weighs in at 170 pounds compete the next day. He's incredibly well muscled, much more so than most fighters in the UFC. That can be good and it can be bad. It can be good in the fact that for the first round, he's hell on wheels. The bad part about it is I do not believe that a guy who's that thickly muscled can keep up a furious pace for 3 hard rounds. It's just too much to fuel. There's too much energy that those muscles require. So it's a point of diminishing returns. You gotta figure what's best. To be able to just try to blow guys out in the first round like he did against Jay Haran, or to be able to go long, hard rounds, especially when you get into the championship area of 4 and 5 rounds, which he, I'm sure, eventually will one day want to get.
And if you want to talk about a guy who is always in excellent condition, it's Josh Koscheck. Both fighters like this message, this matchup, Joe. Both are convinced they're the better wrestler, they're the bigger puncher. But that's why we're going to fight in the octagon. Tyron Woodley and Josh Koscheck set to go toe-to-toe. Tyron Woodley, Big 12 champion, 2-time Division I collegiate All-American wrestler with over 100 college victories.
He's built like what most people who don't know MMA think of as an MMA fighter.
From season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter, Josh Koscheck, who tonight fights for the 23rd time in his UFC career. That's tied for 4th all-time and tops amongst active UFC fighters. One-punch knockout power, great heart, and you want to talk about an outstanding collegiate wrestler, you talk about Josh Koscheck, because what he did during his days, 4-time Division I All-American, national champion, 42-0 in 2001, is ultra impressive.
And much more experience at the highest levels of competition. Just 2 fights ago, he lost a close split decision to Johnny Hendricks. Of course, in the last fight, he lost to Robbie Lawler in a devastating knockout in the first round. Before that, he won a 3-round decision over the very tough Mike Pierce. So Josh Koscheck is very talented, very experienced, and very used to winning.
And very angry as he enters the octagon in need of a victory tonight.
There's one thing that Josh Koscheck never loses, and that is belief in himself. He's a very confident man. That's what led him to that outstanding collegiate wrestling career, and that's what's led him to go from being a guy on The Ultimate Fighter who started out as basically just a wrestler to being a dangerous striker and a fully, complete, rounded mixed martial arts fighter.
As we celebrate 20 years, we look at Josh Koscheck fighting for the 23rd time. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight is brought to you by Corn Nuts. Tough like you. Koscheck, 35. Woodley is 31. Koscheck 2 inches taller. Slight reach advantage for Woodley. And once again, with the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Tyron, the Chosen One, Woodley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 19 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Fresno, California, Josh Koscheck. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this welterweight matchup, the beautiful Ariani. A great buzz, great energy here tonight inside the MGM Grand. Our clock is brought to you by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely.
Right away, Woodley landed a right hand. Josh Koscheck would not touch gloves. Presses right to the center of the octagon. Big uppercut, big right hand by Woodley.
Looking at the neck. And
Big knee.
Koscheck now moves down to avoid being kneed in the face again. He's back up.
And if Koscheck can keep the fight here, turn this into a grappling exchange, that's where the big muscles of Woodley can become a liability. Can. Not will, but can. I mean, we're not insinuating in any way, shape, or form that Woodley's out of shape. He's in tremendous shape. He's just huge.
He's carrying a lot of muscle mass.
And he's so much bigger than he was at the weigh-ins yesterday. So you got to think, how much is this kid cutting?
He landed a big strike early on Koscheck.
This works.
Who, remember, suffered that broken orbital bone
This works.
in the title fight with George St. Pierre. Koscheck has fought GSP 2 times in his career.
He's fought dangerous strikers, he's fought grapplers, he's fought everything. I mean, Josh Koscheck has had a long and storied career in the octagon. Against every style.
Absolutely. One of 4 still active from season 1. Diego Sanchez, Chris Lieben, Mike Swick.
And arguably one of the most competitive.
Koscheck. He's got that big overhand right.
He's certainly the one fighter that has improved the most since season 1. Oh, another nice right hand by Tyron Woodley. And he hit him with a hard leg kick there as well.
He's mixing things up.
Oh, Josh cracked him. Good straight right hand there by Josh.
On the face of Koscheck.
And that backed Woodley off. Woodley's backing up now.
Koscheck, we've seen it before, has one-punch knockout power.
As does Woodley.
Yep.
The Jay Haran fight was clearly, they're slinging. This is a gunfight.
Absolutely. There was the overhand right Koscheck tried to deliver.
And then Woodley steps back and takes a deep breath. And we're in the first round. Halfway through. Another big right hand.
Clipped him.
He hurt him. He hurt him back.
Trying to finish it.
That's it.
Big shots on Koscheck.
He's
Can he
out.
protect himself?
Man.
Oh, another big shot.
He is taking bombs. I thought he was out.
Wow. Great job by Herb Dean. But Koscheck's still in a world of trouble.
He's cut. He got hit with big shots. But look, he's using that veteran experience to hang on. I thought he was out. He got tagged.
The Chosen One defines explosive. Wow.
But as long as Koscheck can hang on like this in full guard, he can recover. And that's part of being a wily veteran. And look at this. Woodley's bringing him up against the cage. You know, it's interesting how the sport's evolved over the 20 years. In the old days, when Mark Coleman was the champ, he would take guys, put them up against the cage to smash them. And then people somewhere along the line figured out, hey, I could use this thing to get back up. Respect to the Hammer, the first UFC heavyweight champion.
The godfather of ground and pound.
That's the reason why everybody gained 50 pounds back in the day. They knew they were going to have to fight Coleman.
Stop.
He's going to stand him up. Let's see how much Koscheck has recovered, because boy, did he take some big shots. He's got blood coming out of his ear, his eye swollen, and that is the same eye that got the broken orbital bone, I believe. Was it the right? No, it's the other eye, because it was his right eye that broke the orbital bone, correct?
Yeah. Because it was the left jab of St. Pierre. He was out 9 months after that fight. The Koscheck wants to engage right here.
But Woodley's backing up. Wow, Koscheck is swinging. Oh! That's it. That's it. Oh my goodness.
Woodley knocks out Josh Koscheck.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Unbelievable.
That is power.
That was incredible. You know, props to Josh Koscheck for getting through the first exchange in the round where he was hurt very badly. But that was a different punch. The one that put him away.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Koscheck was moving forward as Woodley connected. Look at this. Bam! Just perfectly placed punch, and then a perfectly placed follow-up punch. Look at this. On the chin. And that is about as beautifully placed a right hand as you're ever going to see. And another follow-up punch, and Koscheck is out.
Winner by knockout. The chosen one, Tyron Woodley. Bam! He finishes Josh Koscheck with those heavy right hands.
Thank you guys. You guys are both fast, man.
Man, what a great battle. With the official decision, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 38 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley.
Yes, sir! I am here with the winner, Tyron Woodley. Tyron, that was a gunfight. I mean, you guys met each other in the center of the octagon and just started swinging. Is that how you thought this fight was going to take place?
There's no other way. We're too similar. We got the same reach, same height, same background. I knew this was going to be a brawl. I was prepared for it. Koscheck's a stud, man. He's been around the sport. I watched this dude on the Tough Show. So I knew we were going to stand in the middle. We're going to seal the show, you know. This is the top UFC card of the whole year. It was our opportunity to go out there and seal the show, and we did it.
You tagged him and had him badly hurt before you stopped him. Were you surprised he was able to get out of that exchange?
No, we work on that, you know, range. I got a little too close. He clobbered me, grabbed me for some underhooks. So I recovered, got my opportunity, did it again.
Let's take a look at the big screen, and this is the end of the fight. You just hit him with this perfectly placed right hand on the button. How satisfying is that to watch after all your hard work?
It's real satisfying. Dana, Lorenzo, now I know you saw that knockout. Don't do me like you did with the Antonio Silva one. The Woodleys would love the bonus. Thanksgiving and Christmas would be the best it's been. Thank God, thank the Kingdom of God, Metabolic Mills, for keeping this body together. All my sponsors, all my supporters, St. Louis, stand up. We're in the building. If you're not on your feet right now and you got blood in your heart, this is the 20th anniversary of the UFC. Stay tuned for the rest of the card.
Congratulations on a spectacular victory. Tyron Woodley, ladies and gentlemen.